Dear single man, please don't fall for the trick that men can live anyhow. It's women that should keep themselves. Sexual immorality destroys destiny. All the grace of God in your life that you should have been using to gain mileage and make progress, you are emptying it on top of a woman. But sexual immorality will reduce a man to a piece of bread. It is taking the glory over your life. You will never become what you are meant to be if you have no self-control. You think you are the one using women, so don't sleep with many girls. If only God can open your eyes to see how you are useless in your destiny. There is life flowing from you whenever you sleep with somebody you're not married with. It drains you, deadens the sensitivity of your spirit. Adultery stays in families except it was uprooted. You are just passing problems to your children. As the head, you have opened the door, not knowing, to all kinds of rubbish.
Dear men, do not be tempted when they open their bodies, when they show you their cleavages, when they show you their nudeness, when they show you their nakedness. Flee, flee, flee. Let me encourage you with this story. This is a true life story that happened. There's this woman that lost the husband. The husband has been buried and all that. The woman called a pastor and said, "Hello, pastor." Pastor said, "Hi, how can I do for you?" He said, "Oh, please, pastor, I need prayers. I'm losing my mind." The woman was crying, "Please come and pray for me in my residence." Throughout the period the woman lost the husband, the pastor has been so supportive. So the pastor, out of pity, out of love, ran to this woman's house with the Bible to pray for the woman. The woman welcomed him into her house, and what did the woman do? The woman locked the door and put the keys in her safe, and opened her body and said, "Pastor, since my husband died, I've been sexually starving. I want somebody to, help me, to relieve me of this sexual urge. And I looked around. The only person I'm comfortable to call is you. You are single, you are not married. Please help me and relieve me of this urge." The pastor was in a feast. Like, which kind of temptation? The woman was naked, stark naked, like naked. The pastor did not know what to do. If he struggles neighborhood, the woman will say, "Oh, he came to wanted to rape me," and all that. The pastor now just closed the eyes and say, "Holy Spirit, help me in this situation." And a thought came to him. He asked the woman, "Oh, that's good. You didn't even tell me you wanted this. Me, I've been admiring you too. I want to do this with you." He now asked the woman a simple question: "Do you have condom?" He said, "I don't have condom." We said, "Oh, that's fantastic. You know that I'm a pastor and I'm not married yet. I know that you lost your husband. I don't want to impregnate you. Do you know what is going to happen? Just give me 5 minutes. Let me just run to the neighborhood and get condom in that pharmacy. I'll come back. We enjoy ourselves. Just open the door." The woman went to the same where she dropped the key and brought out the key and opened the door. As he opened the door, the pastor fled. He fled and ran away from his life. Remember, Joseph fled and ran away from sexual immorality. You can do it, dear men. Do not allow the daughters of Jezebel to ruin you, to destroy your life. There is this illustration I want to give us. Each time we have sexual intimacy with people, let me see, this is a whole of your life. This is what consists your life. Let me say you had sexual intimacy with Joy. As I had sexual intimacy with Joy, a part of you is left behind in Joy. And tomorrow you have sexual intimacy with Ada, a part of you is left behind in Ada. And the next day you have sexual intimacy with Dorcas, a part of you is left behind in Dorcas, because each time you have sexual intimacy with anybody, a part of you is left behind. And the next time again you have sexual intimacy with Dinah, a part of you left behind in Dinah, and so on and so forth. By the time you keep having sexual intimacy with different people, sometimes what is left of you is something, a little piece. And God has created you as whole. And anytime these pieces leaves you, what happens? A part of your greatness, a part of your greatness is left behind. God created you for a purpose, to fulfill God's purpose and mandate on earth. Let me tell you now, dear men, this address is for men. Most times they come to lure you to sin. They come to lure you to sin. Each time you see a woman freely coming to give their bodies to you, trying to tempt you, know that they are after your glorious future. Each time you have that strong urge to commit fornication, to commit adultery, know that the devil wants to steal away that great virtue in you. There is something the devil is targeting to steal. Remember, the devil came to steal, to kill, to destroy, but God came that they may have life and have it more abundantly. Let us look at Bro Joseph. Bro Joseph was tempted. Potiphar's wife said, oh, lie with me. But Joseph said, no, how can I do this kind of wickedness? How can I do this kind of wickedness to my master? This is an abomination unto God. And he said, no, he flee. And what happened? It wasn't a smooth beginning. What happened? He was accused and he was went to prison. He spent 14 years in prison. But because he did not compromise his faith, that glorious future, that glorious destiny that God has destined for him still came to pass. Let me say, if that he compromised his faith, what would have happened? Potiphar's wife would have promoted him to maybe the senior maid or the senior houseboy or whatever, But what happened? He said no, he flee. Even in prison there, God still remembered him. And that glorious destiny that God has destined for him, he still fulfilled it. He was the one that brought solution to famine and starvation. People around the world, as recorded in the Bible, came to buy food in Egypt. Imagine if this man compromised his faith. Maybe what would have happened? Maybe that generation would have died out of starvation, or God would have raised another person to fulfill that divine mandate. I'm encouraging you to stay chaste, dear young men. This is not to judge you, but it's a time to pull you out. Maybe you have been struggling in sexual immorality. You ask God for forgiveness. The next day you see yourself going back to it. It's a time to say no. Stand up your rise and recover your lost ground. The Bible says, I'm going to restore unto you what the cankerworm, the caterpillar, the locust has eaten from you. Know that the devil is constantly waiting to fight you, constantly waiting to see you on the ground. Know that the battle of sensual immorality is not a battle you can fight once, because that desire, you are made of flesh, that desire is there, but you have to say no and stand your ground. Remember, the devil wants to take away that glorious future, that glorious destiny. Remember, when that thought comes so strong and your body is vibrating, you want to have that 5 minutes enjoyment. Remember that heaven is waiting on you. That period you are waiting to decide, should I do this or not? The heaven is waiting on you. Generations are waiting on you. God is waiting on you to win that temptation. There are lots of destinies hang on your back. You don't need to put it on the altar of sexual immorality. You can overcome that sexual immorality. You will laugh last. Remember, you are made for greatness. We are made to conquer the world. You are meant to shine forth the glory of God in your life. Remember, sexual sin is one sin that can destroy a man. Ask Brother Samson how sexual sin destroyed him. You can win it. You can be victorious. Did you enjoy this video? Please make sure you like, share, and comment and subscribe. I'm rooting for you, dear men. Social purity is possible. Watch out for dear women. Alright, thank you. As you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.